Hello teacher and hi guys, my name is Nguyễn Hoài Khương and I am delighted to be here today to talk to you about my research proposal. The name of my research is The Effects of Watching Movie with English Subtitles on the English Vocabulary Development of Students in Hoa An campus. In the process of learning English, I've realized that the most crucial aspect of learning a new language is vocabulary. Indeed, when you learn vocabulary properly, you will almost certainly gain solid listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills as well. However, not everyone is capable of learning English vocabulary effectively, especially if they do not have an effective vocabulary acquisition approach. Using the talk language in practice becomes much more challenging. The students majoring in English when studying in Hoa An campus will face more disadvantages than their peers studying in Cần Thơ city. For example, they will have fewer opportunities to communicate with native speakers, and their learning conditions are sometimes limited. However, I noticed that they have a very large and well-developed English vocabulary. Although there are some people who are not adept at expressing themselves and have a limited vocabulary in English, the majority of them excel in this area. I think they have their effective strategies and methods for learning English vocabulary. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this research. And the purpose of these studies is to find out about the effectiveness of watching movies with English subtitles in improving the vocabulary of English language major students in course 44 at Hoa An campus. As I have learned before, watching movies with English subtitles is one of the methods that students have applied in the process of improving their vocabulary. As a result, I want to know if these methods really works and is widely available. I have 3 questions for my research. Question 1. Does watching movie with English subtitles enlarge vocabulary? And question 2. What are the possible methods to enlarge vocabulary? And the last one is, why makes Hoa An students' vocabulary enlarge when watching movies with English subtitles? The first research questions will tell me exactly about the effect of watching movies with English subtitles on vocabulary learning. The second research question will inform me what they did during the process of learning vocabulary through movies with English subtitles in order to study new vocabularies from viewing movies. I would like to consider whether watching movies with English subtitles is actually beneficial. The third research questions will tell me what factors of movies with English subtitles influence students' vocabulary growth. Therefore, I will know what is the effectiveness of this method. This is an extremely important question for my research. After I gather all of the information from the 3 questions mentioned above, I will conduct qualitative and quantitative analysis to obtain the most accurate and convincing data. I am a student majoring in English, and I also pay great attention to learning vocabulary. I have been using the method of learning vocabulary through movies since I was in high school. I find this method of learning very effective. It has improved my vocabulary a lot, so I had a little background in learning by this method. Moreover, I have read more than 10 research articles related to this method from many countries around the world. Specifically, effects of watching cartoon move clips on vocabulary development of EFL learners, or the effects of movie subtitling on incidental vocabulary learning among EFL learners, and the impact of humorous movie clips on better learning of English language vocabulary, and effects of bimodal subtitling of English movies on content comprehension and vocabulary recognition, and so on. They use funny movies or cartoons for the research subjects to watch over a period of time to see if their English vocabulary had increased, and the results they have obtained are very feasible. In other research, researchers divided into two experimental groups. One group watched movies with English subtitles, and one group watched movies without English subtitles. As a result, the subjects' vocabulary increased in both groups. Their final conclusions were that watching movies are effective for learning English vocabulary, not necessarily movies with English subtitles. And besides enhancing vocabulary, they also point to other effects such as improving listening skills, phonetics, grammar, and developing reflexes in communication. I use two main tools to collect data from research such as a Google form questionnaire and an interview table. The questionnaire table I use to get the percentage of the research subject's choice and some information according to the chart. The purpose is to specifically analyze the information obtained and see if it is relevant to previous studies. The interview questionnaire I used to interview some random friends. Because of the complicated development of the COVID-19 epidemic, I was not able to directly interview the research subjects. Instead, I made a phone call for an interview, and at the same time I recorded it. Then I will transcribe the audio into the interview sheet. Therefore, the data obtained will be completely satisfactory and accurate. And my research subjects are students studying in English language in course 44 at Cần Thơ University in Hòa An campus. I choose 33 students at random to complete the survey questions using Google Forms, and 5 students for the fourth interview. Although they are students from two different classrooms, they are taking the same course and majoring in English. It's easy for me to pick this at random, so I can get more accurate results, and I choose the students who study English in particular because the majority of them will be interested in acquiring English vocabulary and will also have a silent vocabulary acquisitions methods. I am confident that it will produce persuasive results for my research.